sell a deal reached with the EU on post-Brexit trading arrangements in Northern Ireland. And Hong Kong is scrapping its rules for the compulsory wearing of face masks. That's the latest feature story news. Julia Chapman reporting.
Hi, I'm Micah Hanks, host of the Micah Hanks program, where every week we go in search of the most unusual things that our world has to offer. From unexplained aerial phenomena and ancient mysteries to the latest in science and technology, on every episode we take you down the rabbit hole with expert interviews from scientists and authors to those who have firsthand experience with the uncanny. Join us every Wednesday at 10 p.m. right here on KCHW 102.7 Northern Lights Public Radio.
Good morning, it's KCHW 102.7, getting started on a Tuesday with my awesome sister Val, live from Deer Park. Good morning, Val.
Good morning.
Yeah, getting you all fired up, ready to go here.
I think so.
Yeah, broadcasting on Facebook, YouTube, and our website at kchw.org with video on the morning show. We also have audio channels, too, there on the website, little players that you can click on the homepage and on the listen page. And then, of course, phone apps you can use, TuneIn and a Radio Deck. We are on both of those as well, even on Alexa. There you go.
You have no excuse not to listen to us.
That's true. In fact, you might not even be able to get away from us.
You used to have that spot. Now we're everywhere.
It still plays once in a while.
Nice.
Yeah. One of my favorite recordings, Lindsay, my daughter, did for the radio station. And then, of course, the old it ran for years, and then I figured it had to be rested, but I whip it out at Christmas time. It was Sammy when she was 5, and she goes, KCHW, Chowila. So, all right. Somebody else who's very Chowila, Brandon Hanson, should be joining us in a little bit. If you don't know, Brandon Hanson, always late.
You've got those friends who are going to be late no matter what, right?
And Brandon is one of them. He just is. It's so late, he missed the past Tuesdays. One of them, he was gone and forgot to tell me. And then there was I can't remember, he had a good excuse for the other Tuesday he missed as well. But Brandon was supposed to be moving from Fridays to Tuesdays, but he has yet to show up on a Tuesday. So we'll see how that goes.
Well, you can't fire him.
Is it something about us, maybe? Or is it something about him?
I mean, Michelle used to hang out with us, too, and then she's not doing that. Oh, man. We really don't bite. We can't because we're not that close to you.
Yes, if we start to bite, you can always turn us down.
That's right.
Yes. Maybe. All right, let's take a look at that weather forecast because I hear it's kind of hairy out there. 5 inches of snow overnight in most areas of what they're reporting. A 2-hour late start for Chowila. We'll get into those late start reports for throughout the area. 33 degrees for a high today. Snow this morning, transitioning to snow showers this afternoon. I don't know what the difference is, but your chance of snow, 90%. Expect another 3 inches throughout the day. 16 degrees for an overnight low under partly cloudy skies. Slight warming trend after tonight's overnight low of 16. Wednesday looking at 37 and 25 with partly cloudy skies. More snow for Thursday with 36 and 19. Then Friday, 37 and 21 with a 20% chance of snow. Snow for Saturday and Sunday, 38 and 24 and 37 and 21. So this could be some messy stuff that's coming our way. And we'll look. It looks like that pattern is continuing well into March.
Oh, nice.
Sorry.
Well, they always say, March comes in like a lion, goes out like a lamb, so we can only hope.
Yeah, and what a crazy winter. It started so early, and, we kind of get used to maybe having that springtime in Washington come a little bit earlier, at least here in eastern Washington. Don't look for that. Looking ahead at the extended forecast now, obviously it's some form of rocket science because they rarely get it correct, but it should be, a lot of times it's transitioning by now, and it's not. All right, joining us late as usual. I hope you could hear us making fun of him. It's Brandon Hanson. Can you hear us, Brandon?
I'm always exactly on time.
Yeah, for your schedule.
Yes,
right.
Yes, exactly.
All
Scott,
right.
if I didn't show up late, I wouldn't have coffee.
Oh, well, I totally...
And we don't want that?
No.
Yeah, we don't want that.
Totally understandable now. All right, joining us, looks like from his home today, Mr. Brandon Hanson. Welcome to Tuesdays. All right.
Tuesdays. This looks delightful.
Have you look up, and you can see my sister. So you just look up, straight up, Brandon. Look up. There he goes.
Morning.
So that's a cool trick you can do. It's like Hollywood Squares. All right. So, Brandon, have you met my sister Val before?
Yes.
I thought so.
Yes, we have met, yeah.
All right. And would you like to recant all the bad things you said about her now?
Yes, if I can.
All right. Well, when you get to know me really well, then you'll say them again.
Oh, Brandon, we've got some stuff for you today. That's all I'm gonna say.
Do? Oh.
So we got some great stuff for Brandon today. All right, I got to quit playing with these camera angles, but I'm gonna try to adjust you guys a little bit here, make you look a little bit prettier. It's possible for Val, Brandon, maybe not so much.
Probably not for me.
All right. Let's see. We made it through weather, and it's not looking very good. I don't know if you caught it, but winter's going to be here for a while longer. Real quick, what the kids are having on the last day of February: breakfast, burrito, cereal. Oh no, there's a 2-hour late start. They're not getting nothing for breakfast unless mom and dad make it. All right, but for lunch, beef taco, corn, fresh veggies, carrots, fruit, fresh fruit, milk choice, and salsa. I did not get the notifications, which usually come across the phone for late starts. So just be aware that you might not have had them on your phone. But I did get a call from Michelle saying there is a 2-hour late start. So there's your breakfast for the kids. Taking a look at, I'm going to refresh the screen, taking a look at school closures around our area. Cheney is running 2 hours late. And I like to kind of give places where our signal actually comes in. Coeur d'Alene, 2 hours late. Deer Park's school district opening 2 hours late. Freeman, 2 hours late. Gonzaga, if you got somebody that goes there and drives into town, it is closed today. Chihuahua, 2-hour late start. Loon Lake School District closed. Mary Walker opening 2 hours late. Meade opening 2 hours late. Out in Medical Lake, 2 hours late. 9 Mile Falls, 2 hours late. Let's see what else we got here. Reardon, 2 hours late. Riverside, 2 hours late. Let's see. All the Spokane schools running, it looks like 2 hours late there as well. Well Pennant opening 2 hours late. Too. There you go. Some updates there and get to keep the kids home for a couple more hours. Looking at community events, story time in Chihuahua today at the library, 11:30 to 5. And then tomorrow at the library, 10 to 3. It's First Wednesdays with Ted at the Chihuahua Public Library. And does that involve you? Yes, it does, Brandon Hanson.
Yes, I'll be down at the library. Yes, I will be sitting there. Very lonely. So if you want to come by and get a business services, want to know what Ted does, please stop by and say hello, and I can help you out there.
So if you got somebody that's thinking about starting a business, this is kind of like the first step if you want some help from Ted, right?
Yeah, I can help you get your business started, let you know what are some of the steps to take and all that fun stuff.
All right. And that is tomorrow at the library, 10 to 3 with Brandon. Hey, you don't have to drive to Colville.
Yeah. Hey, look at that. The way it's looking, though, I may not drive to Colville today. So.
Yeah. All right, 3 to 5 then at the library as well. It's in-person weekly tech help, all right? You could probably use some of that, Brandon.
Apparently.
We're rolling into March, believe it or not. So Thursday, it's the first Thursday of the month, and that prompts in our first Thursday art walk. Tomorrow we'll be joined by Mr. Tim Nelson on the radio as well, talking about First Thursday. Looking ahead to the weekend, Sons of the American Legion presenting their used to be annual, and here it comes again, the Dungeness Crab Feed. If you want tickets for this, it is Saturday, March 4th. I believe it does start at 5:30, and you need to make reservations to reserve your spot because space is limited. After you eat, your pace will be limited as well. All right, sorry. That phone number, area code 509. Then it's 395, like the highway, 395 8464. 509 395 8464. All right, and that is the Legion phone number. Leave a message. Somebody will get back to you. Let's see. I had one other notice. This came in from Deborah. It's Young Life. They're excited to invite all Chihuahuans to come and learn about the possibility to bringing Young Life to Chihuahua. It's a Christian ministry that shares gospel with high school and junior high youth through relationships, fun meetings, events, and campouts. You can find out more at younglife.org. And if you're interested in attending, it is March 11th at 10 a.m. at the Civic Center. And if you want more information, you can feel free to contact Joan Thompson. It's info@burntvalleyfarm.com. That's an easy one. Info@burntvalleyfarm.com. Debbie's a little tougher, so I'm going to leave you with Joan's. All right, so I think we made it through everything. I haven't lost it. Brandon Hanson, big fan of Star Wars, right?
Yes,
All right.
That is true.
All right, I got up early to have you take a quiz. I knew I had to find some Star Wars stuff, all right? So I went out and searched hard. I'm going to be looking kind of strange on the camera for a minute because I really have to look up to do this. So
just right now that you're looking strange on the camera?
Oh, Val, it's about time you said something. Now shut up.
You know what? I'm going to stop you right there. No. We're going to say good morning to Marion and Ken who are listening today.
All right.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
All right. We're up to 2 listeners. Oh. All right. So basically what we're going to find is your Star Wars soulmate, Brandon. And I know this is something that's really, really important to you. So we're going to find, and I'm going to ask you some questions. You give me your answers. So let's back up a little bit to Valentine's Day. What kind of Star Wars gift would you give your Valentine? A rare collectible, a jacket, some Star Wars jewelry, or a Star Wars mug?
Oh, a Star Wars mug.
Ooh. And just to make you jealous, Brandon, I do have an original 1977, lot number 27, Obi-Wan Kenobi beer stein.
Yes.
So you're combining the rare collectible with the mug.
Yes.
Okay, because I'm thinking, if it's my sweetheart, it better be a rare collectible. I mean, mug, really.
Or some Star Wars
Brandon,
jewelry, maybe?
Yeah, no, it has to be the collectible.
Well, you can
step up your game.
It's amazing that he's been able to get his wife pregnant twice.
Thanks, Scott.
You're welcome, Brandon, anytime, buddy. All right. What gift would you actually want to get from your soul mate? A Star Wars lava lamp, a Star Wars jacket, some Star Wars chainmail, or a piece of Star Wars art?
I would say a piece of Star Wars art.
All right. I know you're big on that. I have a bunch of his old art. You're going to plan a perfect date. Where should you take your soulmate? Naboo, Alderaan, Tatooine, or Exegol?
Those are terrible planets. I guess Naboo, because they blew up Alderaan.
That would involve some time travel going back to the planet before it was destroyed.
Oh, okay.
So you're going with Naboo?
But you didn't say that, so I'm going to say Naboo.
Because Tatooine's a little too dusty. Alderaan's gone, and I never heard of Exegol.
Oh, man. Hey, it's like vacation around Northeast Washington. No good choices.
Yeah, why isn't Endor on there, right?
What's that?
Why isn't Endor on there? Because you got the Ewoks and all the trees.
Oh, they didn't blow that up too?
I don't think so. All right. Can't kill Ewoks. All
Okay.
right. Once you land, what type of venue are you going to go to? A cantina, a citadel, a rebel base, or a meadow?
The cantina. Listen to the great music.
Okay.
Which
I'm thinking you got to check out a cantina. It'd be like going to Scotland and not going to a pub, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just like open mic night anywhere in Chihuahua, and see the people pop up and start playing.
The O is kind of like a cantina, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Everybody turns and looks.
I'll-
Oh, by the way, they don't allow droids in there, so just watch out.
These aren't the droids you're looking for. All right. What will you order for dinner at the cantina? A steak, lobster, pasta, or a burger? I'm really surprised that you can't order Boba Fett.
I see what you did there.
Because it sounds like something you would eat. A steak, a lobster, pasta, or a burger?
Steak.
A steak. All right. What are you planning for dessert? Cake, ice cream, cookies, or creme brulee?
Creme brulee.
Okay. Ooh, look at you, Mr. Fancy Pants. Ooh. All right. Will you tell your date? How will you tell your date that you love them? You'll just wait for them to say it, then say, "I know." Or you could be like Han Solo.
Everything's under control. Situation normal.
Or perhaps,
I got a bad feeling about this.
all right, so how will you tell them you love them? You will wait for them to say it, say I know. You'll take them on a picnic. You'll form a Sith partnership. You'll nod and say, "This is the way."
This is the way.
This is the way.
Yeah.
All right. What kind of field would you like your soulmate to work in? Management, education, politics, or be an entrepreneur?
An entrepreneur, but I don't know of any in the Star Wars universe.
I don't either. Wouldn't
that.
Han Solo be an entrepreneur because he goes out and finds the odd jobs and hauls illegal cargo and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I think that's illegal though, Scott. I think he's a criminal.
Oh, that's true. All right. What kind of ship should your soulmate fly, Brandon? A Star Destroyer, an X-Wing, a hunk of junk, or an N1 starfighter?
What was it? A Star Destroyer.
Like she'll destroy your heart. All right. If
Yes.
everything goes well, how will you propose to your date? During a lightning storm, at the beach, on a camping trip, overlooking a lake with your lightsaber?
Overlooking the lake of lava with a lightsaber.
Ooh.
You have failed me for the last time.
All right. Unfortunately, your soulmate is Padme. It says that you enjoy the simpler things in life, and Padme Amidala is the perfect companion for such humble pursuits. Find a quiet corner of the galaxy to focus on your love, somewhere where the Republic can't follow. Next, you'll find out where you should spend your date in the next Star Wars quiz next Tuesday.
I don't know what all this trouble is about, but I'm sure it must be your fault.
Yes.
You found like 30 of these, didn't you, Scott?
I did. I found a few of them. So I'm sorry.
No.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
Hey, Brandon.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Well, it's not even 7:45 yet, and we've already done trivia.
No, that wasn't trivia.
That wasn't trivia?
No,
What
you
was
just
that?
you just wait. You just wait for your trivia, okay?
Oh.
All right. Round of applause, Brandon Hanson. There you go. Sorry, Val. Do you feel left out?
Oh no, I'm just listening to the comedy show.
Oh. All right. And for you Star Wars fans, from me and Val, I picked this out this morning for us Star Trek lovers.
From hell's heart, I stab at thee. For hate's sake, I spit my last breath at thee.
All right, Brandon, what is the biggest problem that I have with Star Wars?
The biggest problem you have with Star Wars?
Yeah.
I have no idea, Scott.
No transporters. Going to space, you need a transporter. All right.
Yeah, but you realize transporters are just like murder rooms, right?
Hey, only 0.1% of people materialize as a pile of goo. For you conspiracy theorists like Brandon.
Yeah, no big transporter. Here to ruin you.
Rearrange your molecules. All right, a few news headlines this morning. Much of the northern hemisphere is struggling with drought or the thought of drought. Europe experiencing an unusually warm precipitation-free winter, and swaths of the American West remain mired in an epic mega drought. Let's see. Those pockets feeling the pain in the U.S., most of the western United States in some form of drought, with areas of extreme drought concentrated in the Great Plains and Texas. They're calling it now a 23-year mega drought. America's precipitation, they say, is estimated to be the lowest it has ever been in the past 1,200 years, based on tree ring data. So that's kind of scary.
Scott.
Yes.
Thanks for the good news.
You're welcome. And there's no cure for it, except
that just gnarly little 23-year long drought.
Mm-hmm. I didn't say there were going to be happy news headlines. Did I say that at any point? Okay.
Meanwhile, we're under a foot of new snow up here.
Yes. There hopefully won't be any drought this year. Now, Val, last year you guys had problems on the farm for hay, didn't you?
It was the year before that was so bad. Okay. Last year wasn't too bad, but yeah. But I mean, how long did we have over 100-degree temps last summer? It was, yeah. So definitely been drier. It was the year before, summer before, when we had all the fires on the mountains to the west of us. So, yeah, it's been crazy.
So you've lived there for years and years and years. Have you seen any noticeable difference in the hay itself and how many cuttings you get?
We have been doing grass hay for the last, 10 years probably. We only get one cutting on that. I think what we're seeing is like the time of year that we can start haying. And it's kind of been a little bit cyclic. And when Brad and I first got married, I mean, we were haying by mid-June. And then for quite a while there, it was, I mean, sometimes we weren't even starting till July. And then the last couple of years, as hot as it has been, we've been back starting in June. So it's kind of cycled around a little bit, but not in a good way. I mean, I think when we started in June before, it was just because we had nice Junes. It had nothing to do with the temperature or climate changes we're currently seeing for the worse. So.
All right. This one caught my eye just because my youngest daughter has been experiencing some strange health problems. And then I read this today, and I'm going to send it to her. And maybe there's some other people out there too. Life-changing condition called POTS, P-O-T-S, which can cause fainting, irregular heartbeats, and dizziness, particularly among young women, is on the rise, and they've related it to the coronavirus. So,
it's really interesting. Yeah, it's interesting to see all of the health issues that they're realizing have been coming about because of COVID. I mean, everything. I think we talked a little bit last week about heart issues that develop afterwards, or they're showing, lesions in the brain similar to Alzheimer's in some of the people that pass from COVID. So it's just interesting. I mean, we keep hearing more and more and more.
Well, now that last week that a branch of the government has came out with their study and said, or their investigation, I should say, and said, yes, they believe that COVID did escape from a lab. So
yes.
That means it definitely was being engineered, which might explain a lot of the weird stuff that's going on along with it. So there you go, conspiracy theorists. You finally had one right. All right. So watch out. POT stands for postural or the orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, a disorder of the autonomic, boy, I can't talk for nothing, nervous system. I should have gave this one to Brandon, which regulates involuntary functions like heart rate, blood pressure, and digestion. So if you know somebody having problems like that, that might be something to look into.
And what was it? What was the three things it covered again? I got the digestion, so it was heart.
Heartbeats, fainting, dizziness, nausea were some of the side effects. So,
wow.
Right.
Wow.
Irregular heartbeat. All right. Tennessee Governor Bill Lee confirmed Monday that he would sign a recently passed bill criminalizing drag performances in public and in front of children. Oh, no. Go on to Reddit and Twitter and see a picture of him dressed in drag as a high school student.
I love when stuff like that happens.
Oopsie, oopsie. Bill, I also pulled this out for you.
Where did you get that dress? It's awful, and those shoes and that coat. Jeez.
All right.
If I want my kids to see a drag show, don't be telling me I can't take my kids to a drag show. It's just
ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
Because it's not like you have to take them.
Exactly. It's not. I don't know. I think the stuff we worry about is at times just ridiculous.
It's a distraction.
Yeah, it was, and I think there's because I had this conversation with relatives. It's like people that are gay or lesbian, transgender. I don't know, for some reason the older generation seems to associate that with being a pedophile. It's like they're two vastly different things. And I don't know why that association happens. I think more, mainly in the older generation. It's stupid.
It's, for lack of a better word, ignorance, I guess.
Yes. So, I mean, we have relatives that, we have a relative that's a lesbian, and it's like, I don't care. You'd be around my kids all day long. It's just stupid.
But don't show my pictures. So imagine you won the $2 billion lottery jackpot, right? And then imagine somebody says you stole the ticket from them.
Oh. How do you prove?
Yeah.
Whether you... Yeah.
That's what happened
brilliant.
in California, but California Lottery is maintaining it verified the rightful owner of the record-breaking $2.4 billion Powerball jackpot after a man claimed he had the winning ticket before it was stolen from him. He said some dude named Reggie took it from him. They have been unable to find Reggie. The lottery winner, Edwin Castro, the apparent winner, and that was announced on February 14th. So the lottery says they have a great vetting process, and they're sure Edwin is the winner, and they don't know who Reggie is.
I did have a winning ticket, but some guy named Edwin took it. I don't know what to do now. What should I do?
Yeah.
Good idea to change the story a little bit there, Brandon.
That's why they tell you to sign your ticket on the back.
The strangest, I guess, crime reveal I've ever heard of. 12 years after a shooting death on Cape Cod, the alleged killer has been caught, in part thanks to a sweet potato. Mm-hmm.
Aw, a sweet potato. Are you sure it wasn't a yam?
Sorry, I hate yams.
Do you not like yams, Scott?
No, I don't even like them on the table at Thanksgiving. It stinks up the rest of the food.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Todd Lampley was found shot in 2011 in Massachusetts home. Devarius Hampton, 40, was arrested Friday in Massachusetts, arraigned Monday, exactly 12 years after the crime. Hampton pleaded not guilty, being held without bail. At the time of the murder, the police found 3 shell casings and a sweet potato with a hole in it, used for a silencer. All right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, who hasn't done that?
Yeah. I won't say that I haven't tried it just for fun. Prosecutors said they found DNA on the sweet potato, which is a match for Hampton.
Wow.
So I didn't know you could keep a sweet potato for 23 years without it decomposing, but it doesn't surprise me. Have you tasted them?
You would think that thing would have rotted a long time ago.
Maybe they kept it in the police fridge. Don't eat the potato.
Right next to everybody else's lunch.
Yeah. Where'd you get those sweet potato fries?
Oops. Oopsie. All right, I'm going to blow some conspiracy theories up, and I'm just going to apologize in advance. Microsoft founder, billionaire turned philanthropist Bill Gates recently laid the longtime conspiracy theory that he owns some 80% of all U.S. farmland to rest in his 11th appearance on the Ask Me Anything session on Reddit. Gates answered dozens of questions over the course of a few hours. Why are you buying up so much farmland? Do you think this is a problem with billionaire wealth? And how much can you disproportionately acquire? He responded that he owns less than 1/4000th of the farmland in the United States. He says, I've invested in these farms to make them more productive and create more jobs. This isn't some grand scheme involved. In fact, all these decisions were actually being made by my professional investment team. Well, Gates has spent billions investing in agricultural properties to make them more productive. A growing number of retail investors are getting the piece of the real estate market with as little as, I should say, $100 through companies backed by high-profile investors like Jeff Bezos. So I was looking into these. They call them E-REITs, like real estate investment income trust, I think they're called, something close to that. But now they have little ones that you can like spend $100 and invest in someone's farm. All right.
I'm going to interrupt you just for breaking news. Aaron says that Chewelah schools are on time this morning with no delays. So I guess we need to
got some false
confirm
information.
That.
Okay.
Yeah, we need to confirm one way or the other. So yeah, sorry, it was breaking
good
news.
Where did that come from?
From Aaron.
Okay.
On Facebook this morning.
All right, thank you, Aaron. I got that from Michelle, and it wasn't posted on the website. So, Michelle. Just kidding. All right, let's see. Conspiracy theorists claim last year Microsoft founder was buying up farmland in the U.S. to starve Americans for some unknown reason. Snopes said after researchers said in April that the world was facing a potential food shortage due to Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Let's see. According to a 2022 report from the U.S. Department of Ag, National Ag Statistics Service says there are 895,300,000 acres of farmland in the U.S. 895 million acres. Gates owns 242,000 acres, roughly 0.03% of the total. So he has not bought up all the farmland in America.
And why is that rumor started? And I don't get that, I guess. What's the point of starting that conspiracy theory?
Because we hate rich people.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Scary. Back to the scary story. 17-year-old high school student facing felony charges after a video online today where he attacks a school employee who took away his Nintendo Switch device during class. He later catches this employee in the hallway, knocks him to the ground, knocking him out, and then proceeds to punch him. It's a very violent video. According to a press release from the sheriff's office, student stands 6'6" and weighs 270 pounds.
That kid was huge. I saw the video. It was brutal.
Yeah, it only lasts about 25 seconds, but like Val said, very brutal. In the video, you can see a handful of people pulling the student off the employee and restraining him. Scary stuff.
And then we wonder why we don't have many school employees anymore.
Scary.
So I'm just looking at school closures just for an update. This is coming from KXLY.com. We have in our area, it looks like Deer Park is now closed. It looks like, Loon Lake is closed. Mary Walker is closed. Let's see.
And Chewelah still going strong?
Yeah, it doesn't say anything about Chewelah. Some of these were updated as soon as 7:40. So I am not seeing Chewelah listed on that. Valley School District is closed. I'm assuming that's Valley, Washington, not the Spokane Valley. So,
well, I was really surprised I hadn't got a notification on my phone. So let's go. Yeah. We're gonna go with it being open.
Yeah, and everything around looks like it's closed. So.
All right. Ken's whining online. He says his snow blower broke. So is that him trying to get someone to post on Facebook that they'll come,
maybe that's it.
He also
you know what, Ken? You don't have anywhere to go.
He also wants some Star Wars liquor. Have you ever seen that, Brandon?
No, Star Wars liquor. That sounds delightful.
It does sound good, doesn't it?
Ken, just relax. Have a Bloody Mary. It's as close as you'll get to Star Wars liquor, and watch it snow.
All right.
Guys, this is not making my golf schedule look very good.
Yeah, maybe come June you can do that.
I was hitting golf balls in the office yesterday. People are not happy.
You're ready, huh? You're ready for some spring golf?
Oh, so ready.
All right. Yeah, you moved up there to the golf course, and now you can't golf all year round. What were you thinking? SAG Awards over the weekend. You know
the what?
The SAG Awards. That's where people were. I got an Emmy at the SAG Awards because I'm really sagging. So Motion Picture Awards. Every time there's one of these, right? There's some news story, some horrific story, or somebody said something they shouldn't have. This time it's Marky Mark, better known as Mark Wahlberg, presenting the award to the predominantly Asian cast of Everything Everywhere All at Once. Well, people are upset because Mark Wahlberg went to jail for beating two people on the street, two Asian Vietnamese people on a street, I'm guessing in California, while high on PCP. I never knew this about Mark Wahlberg.
I did not either.
Wow.
Yeah, he kind of has a rough past. Everybody just doesn't know about it or kind of ignores it.
Wow. I had no idea.
It's interesting, though. He was just on, talk show. He was just on something, just talking quite religiously. And so kind of, talking about how he's a Christian and all of this. So hopefully his drunken thing was a long time ago.
Yeah, there's another situation where he was verbally abusing and throwing rocks at black kids. So he had some history of stuff there. It wound up only spending 45 days in jail. Tried to have it erased from his record in 1988, and they said no. He was actually had a pending, I don't know you would call it, where thing on him, and he violated his probation when he attacked the Asians, where he was not allowed to harass anybody of color or ethnicity. And if he broke that, if he violated, he would go back to jail, and that's what happened, I guess, in the previous one. But he has came out and said that he's made changes in his life and really tried to be a better citizen and more loving person. So there you go.
Well, hopefully that is not an act and it's true change.
So you know what Homer Simpson says, though, right?
He says so many things, but what?
Sometimes people change and then they quickly change back.
And I think we've all seen that. True change, I mean, even in ourselves, when we realize there's changes we need to make, true change is really hard.
Mm-hmm.
So.
All right. Let's see. Courtney Cox got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, which prompted me to say, Courtney who?
Not a Courtney Cox fan, Scott?
Not really.
Okay.
Not really. Let's see. Oh, here you go. Brandon will like this one, too. Two people have been injured in a crash involving one of the most recognizable vehicles in pop culture history. This happened in Missouri. Western Taney County Fire Protection District posted to Facebook Sunday a picture of the car. It is one of the original General Lee's. Yep, they tried to jump it and smashed the whole front end.
It didn't work?
Didn't work.
The boss hog got him?
Totally.
So, are the doors welded shut on that thing?
It looks like it. Yeah, it looks like and according to the story, it is like one of the 26 General Lees left across the country that were actually used on the movie set. And they wrecked it. John Schneider, stars from the original Dukes of Hazzard, not the remake movie in 2015, owned one of the General Lees and lived in Florida, but during the hurricane this year, a tree fell and crushed the General Lee.
No.
How heartbreaking would that be?
Wow. Maybe you should keep it in a more secure location.
Yeah, not Florida.
All right.
For sure.
So, did either of you like the cartoon Dilbert? Dilbert?
I don't remember the last time I looked at cartoons in a newspaper. I mean, I don't remember the last time I looked at a newspaper. Sorry.
Oh. Brandon,
Sorry.
Brandon, you're a newspaper guy. How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel great.
Wow, Val. Wow. This is just for Val then.
Oh no! We suck again!
I never enjoyed the Dilbert cartoon, was never into it. But if you've been paying attention, cartoonists across the country and newspapers applauding editors and publishers for condemning the creator Scott Adams after his recent tirade against black Americans. It wasn't the first time, but it is the end of Dilbert. I wouldn't even, I always thought it was a stupid cartoon anyways, and I wouldn't even have a friend named Dilbert.
So, like, they pulled out. So, who gets to fill that slot?
I think they should bring the Far Side back.
Yeah, bring the Far Side.
Bring the Far Side back. Although I think he might have passed away. All right.
Now, if you had a friend named Dilbert, I'm just thinking, gosh, a nickname would be great, though, like Dilly Bar. Now I want to go to Dairy
Queen and get a Dilly Bar. Butterscotch, please. All right.
Yeah.
You are
Cherry.
a Dilly Bar. Let's see. Let's go on to our cheat sheet today and head for bits and breaks, you two crazy folks. And I'll get us started from one from yesterday. I want to know, Val, roll out your pets' names.
My pets' names?
Yes.
Is this in bits and breaks, or am I just coming up for? I'm just letting you know.
I'm doing something different. You're headed
okay.
toward bits and breaks. What are your pets' human names?
I have a Fiona, and I have a Lily.
So you have two with human names. Brandon, human names for your pets?
Finley and Lex.
Ooh, okay. And I have a Mooch, which I don't think is a human name, but it is a name you call someone.
But I think, every pet normally has more than one name, right? Because you just don't call them like, Fiona either is Fifi, or I call her Littlest, or Little Monster, or some other words you can't say on the radio. And Lily's everything from Lily to Lilith to Little Monster. So, yeah, you never just have one name for your pet.
So that's funny because my pet's second name is Who's a Pretty Girl? Which, surprisingly, I've said to Brandon before.
Many times. It gets awkward.
I just thought you went, me.
So, what prompted you to choose the names Lily and Fiona? Is there anything behind those?
Well, so much of it, because I would go for more like mystical woo-woo names if it was up to me. But I have to let my husband have some input into what we call our pets. And so it's kind of, it's kind of like naming a kid. You have to come up with something you both like and agree on. So, yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Brandon, how did you come up with Lex?
Well, I was watching Smallville at the time, and this cat just kept showing up in inopportune times, much like Lex does, Lex Luthor does in Smallville. So I named her Lex.
Nice. I like that one. And what was the other dog's name?
Finley.
Finley?
Which is Morgan really picked that, so I had no control over that.
All right. Did any of you weirdos give your animals a middle name?
Lily May. So
okay.
Lily May. So she has her middle name. Fiona doesn't get much. I mean, sometimes I call her Fiona Faye. So you have Lily May and Fiona Faye, but not very often. It's more Lily May.
Okay. All right, Val, why don't you roll out 4 things we didn't know yesterday?
All right. Jimmy Carter was the first president to install White House solar panels.
Yay.
But Ronald Reagan removed them.
True.
Doesn't it seem like anything one president puts in, the next one has to take out?
Wow, that's so lame.
For some reason, researchers have determined that cats across the U.S. yawn a collective 545 million times a day.
Wow.
Somebody has too much time and money.
Wow. Collectively.
Yes. In the U.S., each year, 4,600 people go to the emergency room for, and this could happen today, a snowblower injury.
Ooh.
Ken, aren't you lucky your snowblower isn't working today?
Wow. That's scary. All
Yeah.
right.
And finally, according to a survey conducted by the National Sleep Foundation, of those people who snore, 19% snore so loudly that they can be heard through a closed door.
I think it's higher than that.
I think so too. Remember Dad?
Wow.
You could hear him across the house.
You could hear him over the top of a chainsaw.
Yes.
All right. Cat's yawning. Have you ever tried to make your cat yawn? Either of you?
You've told me before you could make your cat yawn.
Brandon, you still have a cat?
I don't know how you make your cat yawn. That's weird, man.
Fake a yawn at your cat. Get its attention so it's looking at you. Fake a yawn. 50% of the time, within like 15 seconds, the cat will yawn back at you. Now you know what we do in Maine.
Scott, that's life tips right there. You are a wealth of information.
All right. Let's see. Quick joke. I hope it's good. Two barbershops were in red hot competition. One put up a sign advertising haircuts for $7. His competitor put up one that read, "We repair $7 haircuts." Brandon, it looks like you have a $7 haircut.
Hey, come on.
I'm just
No,
sorry.
it's the blue screen thing.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Brandon Hanson, going out to eat, besides poor tips, what are our top server complaints?
Oh, my goodness. Everything?
Everything we do?
Yeah. Jeez. Oh, hold on. I got to find it. I had it.
All right.
But then you wanted to tell a funny joke, and then I scrolled away from it. Okay.
All right.
Here we go.
Nothing like being
All right, you ready?
focused. All right.
All right. It isn't easy being a server. Besides poor tips, here are their biggest gripes. The first one, customer campers. The 20% tip you're going to leave isn't a down payment on a lease. It's okay to chill a bit after your meal, but camping longer than, say, 10 to 15 minutes means your server is losing money. If you do need to stick around, order a fresh drink and leave an even heftier tip.
That's some good advice.
All right, but this is Val, who can be a little critical on servers who aren't doing a good job. If I am still camping there, why don't you come back by and ask me if if I might need another drink then? It's it's like, hey guys, I can see you're visiting, having a great time. Are you ready for another drink? You could upsell, and they don't. They ignore you. So that's on them. That's what I'm saying today. I'm angry.
All right. And if you're a server, you should log on to Facebook and take a look at Val so you know when you're waiting on it.
Let's see here. The other pet peeve, customers who don't pay attention. This covers everything from the announcement of the specials to smartphones. If you say yes to hearing specials, look your server in the eyes so they don't have to repeat it. And after they leave the table, stay off your phone for a bit, at least until you have your menu item picked out.
Ooh. All right.
I can see how that would be aggravating.
Yes.
Yeah, that would get old.
I like to take my time.
Customers who expect servers to be babysitters. It's a great way to spend time out with your kids, but not if they haven't learned basic table manners.
The one that gets me is the parents who let their kids run amok through the restaurant.
I don't even want to sit by him. If I'm getting seated next to people that have toddlers, because I hate all children that aren't of my own DNA. Sorry, Brandon. I'm kidding, but if I'm getting set at a table with toddlers and they're like standing up in the booth and making lots of noise, I'll look right at the server and say, "Can I have another table?"
You know, Brad's mom was a server for 25 years, and so we knew that as one of her huge pet peeves. And so, I mean, our kids, it didn't matter how long we were sitting there; they needed to sit. And they weren't allowed to run around, and they weren't allowed to stand in the booth. So, yeah, that's just rude to your server and to other patrons of the establishment.
Have your kids ever embarrassed you in a restaurant?
Not embarrassed, but they've done a couple cute things.
Cute?
Yeah. So, Matt was still in a high chair, but he was talking. I'm guessing he was in the maybe 2 years old. And we had a super, super cute server. And, she was, talking to him and stuff. And so she went to walk away and he goes, come back.
Aw.
Yeah, it was pretty cute. So he must have thought she was cute as well. So, yeah.
All right. One thing I like to do with kids at the table, this is the way it usually goes down.
Now, we are going to enjoy this meal. No one can stop us from enjoying this meal, so enjoy it. Stop crying.
All right.
That's what I have to tell you every time I put yams on the table.
Exactly. All right, last one, Brandon.
Customers who blame the server for something the kitchen did. If you're not happy with something you ordered, it's your right to send it back. But please be kind to your server. They had nothing to do with cooking it. Just politely explain your problem.
Oh, nice. All right. I've got some insults I wish they would bring back. These are insults from a former time. All right. Goober mouch. This is an old Irish term for someone who likes to meddle in other people's business.
A goober mouch.
Goober mouch. Ganashnab, an 18th century Northern English word meaning someone who complains all the time.
What? Huh?
About yams.
Ooh, wow, Val, you're aiming all these at me. A snout band. A snout band is someone who always interrupts conversation to correct or contradict the person speaking.
Is that a snout man, you said?
Snout band, yeah.
I'm writing this down here.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
A stamp crab. That's somebody who's clumsy.
A stamp crab.
Stamp crab. Look at him doing the stamp crab. All right. Wiffle waffle. That's someone who wastes a lot of time. Wiffle waffle.
I kind of remember that term, though, don't you?
Yes.
If you wiffle waffle, yeah.
There's something
just
close
waffle?
to that.
Yeah. I kind of feel like I've heard that one used, not recently, but when we were kids.
All right. Val, the next one is a Zounderkite. And I want you to try and use it in a sentence and aim it toward Brandon. And then I'll tell you what it means.
A Zounderkite?
A Zounderkite.
Brandon, I saw you last night, and now I'm going to call you a Zounderkite because that was really bizarre.
All right. And you put the hammer on the nail, Val, because Zounderkite is a Victorian word meaning idiot.
Oh, boy. Idiot.
All right, Brandon, your turn. Val's a fop doodle. All right, I want you to use it in a sentence toward Val.
Val, you're such a fop doodle.
Oh, man, poor Val. He just said you're someone of little significance.
Oh.
Wow, Brandon. That's my sister. Those are fighting words.
That's right, Scott. Defend my honor.
Yes. Hey, Brandon, I'm going to give you another one.
I punch him in the knee next time you see him.
Another one you have to deliver to Val. The word is foozle. Please use it in a sentence.
My goodness. Foozle?
Yes, foozle.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, man. So, Val at that party, she was being such a foozle.
Oh, yes. She is a conservative, out-of-date person, especially maybe like an old man, Dodo or Fodgy.
Hey, I don't dress like that anymore.
Oh, sorry, I meant Foozy.
Floozy? Floozy?
Foozy? All right, Mafflard. Mafflard is a term for someone who is up your klutz. And a muck spout. Any guesses on what a muck spout might be?
This is somebody person that talks a lot.
Yeah, you're pretty close, and talks a lot with bad words.
Oh, I know several of those.
All right. We're gonna do this for Val. Val, I want you to do what the internet taught me, and then Brandon, we're gonna come to you for some tweets, and you get to read them like a woman.
Oh boy!
All right. The internet. For as long as I can remember, we've known that McDonald's Chicken McNuggets come in only a handful of repeating shapes. But I bet you never thought the folks at the Golden Arches actually had specific names for each of the 4 types of nuggets.
Really?
Yes. Those 4 shapes are called boot, the one that looks like a boot. Ball, the circular one. They are brilliant. I mean, how did they come up with this stuff?
Yeah.
Bell, for the one that is sort of teardrop shaped and could resemble the silhouette of a bell. And finally, the bone, the one with the least defined shape, looks kind of like the boot with the toe cut off. Apparently in Canada, the bone is actually called bow tie. I mean, how bored are you when you name your McNugget pieces?
Well, how bored in Maine are you when you decide after hearing this story that I'm going to McDonald's for lunch and I'm going to get a 20-piece so I can play with my nuggets?
Not the first time.
Is that a good joke? I heard they come in 4 shapes, so I'm going to play with my nuggets.
I want you to, kind of sort them by shape.
Okay. And then I'll try to make
impress somebody with that. They're gonna be like, "Hey, I know the names of all these nuggets."
This is a bow tie.
Scott, you really need to do that because that'll be fun when you get a drink thrown in your face.
I should do it like for like a TikTok video.
Yeah.
And there you go.
Yeah.
Well, you don't even have a McDonald's in Chihuahua anymore, so
no,
you'd have to go on a road trip.
That's right. No nuggets for you.
We just have a flattened piece of ground now.
No, they tore it down, built a parking lot, and then put a Family Dollar on top of it.
Dollar something dollar.
Isn't that where
Dollar
the McDonald's
General
was? Yeah, Dollar General. Yeah, sorry.
No, the Dollar General is its own lot. The empty McDonald's space is still there.
Oh, it is. Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah.
That's so sad. All right, man reads tweets written by women. So these tweets were written and posted by women and are hilarious when read by a man, which is going to be Brandon Hansen.
So glad I called in this morning. Let's see here.
Right. So just start off after where it says, find a soft, bouncy music bed, which I didn't.
We don't have a soft, bouncy music bed for this bit?
I'm not seeing nothing. I'm sorry, Brandon. I've let you down.
Okay. All right. Well, tweet number 1. You are not an adult until you have opinions about dish soap.
Can you do them in a woman's voice, please?
Oh, no. Really?
No, you don't have to. It's okay.
Okay.
Oh, come on.
Okay, Val says yes. Val says yes. Hold on.
Always with you, what cannot be done.
It's true.
Oh, gosh.
Hold on.
I can't even do it, Scott. Now that I basically only wear soft
There is
pants.
no try.
All right, start over again. I was trying to play some more Yoda for you. Sorry.
Are you just throwing Yoda bits at me?
Yes.
Good. Oh, yeah. So now that I basically only wear soft pants, I have actually downgraded some of my previous comfortable soft pants to soft hard pants and will wear them only if absolutely necessary.
Oh.
I'm picturing Brandon in his soft pants.
Man.
Where did you get that dress? It's awful, and those shoes and that coat. Jeez.
In those soft pants.
Hey.
All right.
Soft pants are nice, man.
All right.
My kitten cuddled with my husband instead of me all last night. This is a heck of a time to find out that I'm living in a house full of traitors.
Oh.
And this is great. I'm glad this is recorded. My husband's sweatpants are our sweatpants, and my sweatpants are my sweatpants. I don't understand what's so confusing.
I always say that about money.
This is money I made, and it's mine. But the money you make is still mine.
That's right.
Yes. All right. It is time for a break. I don't think Brandon can handle another second. But when we come back, we will torture him some more, I promise. When we come back...
No trivia.
Yes.
No trivia.
No trivia. Okay. When we come back, extra no trivia. Stand by to watch Brandon sweat. It's KCHW 102.7. We will be right back after news and thanking our sponsors.
I've got news for you. You're mine now. You belong to me.
It's 8:23.
Your KCHW morning show is made possible by donations from Chihuahua Flooring. Chihuahua Flooring at 214 East Clay in the 3rd Street Mall offers a wide variety of products, including carpet, ceramic and porcelain tile, vinyl and laminate planks, and vinyl sheet flooring. Chihuahua Flooring carries products for both commercial businesses and residential homes, including brands like Southwind, Deltile, Mannington, and Mohawk. For more information, you can visit online at chihuahuaflooring.com. Call 509-935-8021 or via email through chihuahuaflooring@gmail.com.
Your KCHW morning show made possible by a donation from God-Fearing Brothers Auto Center. God-Fearing Brothers specializes in auto services, including repair, maintenance, and detailing. They also stock a full selection of tires, make glass repairs, offer towing, and have an auto sales lot on the corner of Highway 395 and Main Street at the light. For more information, you can visit the Auto Service Center at 806 East Main in Chihuahua. Find them online at godfearingbrothers.com or by phone at 509-935-6414. KCHW-FM thanks God-Fearing Brothers for supporting public radio in Stevens County.
KCHW programming is made possible by listeners like you and by
New Health. At New Health, we are committed to promoting health and wellness within our communities by providing integrated, open-access healthcare for all. Our medical care teams offer in-person visits, curbside care, and telehealth visits. Schedule today for a new patient appointment. Curbside pharmacy pickup and mailing options are available to meet your medication needs. Contact New Health at 509-935-6004. That's 509-935-6004 to schedule today, or visit our website at newhealth.org for a location nearest you. New patients are welcome and most insurance plans are accepted, including Medicare, Apple Health Plans, TRICARE, and private insurance. New Health, celebrating 45 years of bringing healthcare into communities and communities into healthcare.
This is KCHW, Chihuahua, 102.7 FM.
The Public News Service Daily Newscast for February 28, 2023. I'm Joey Graham. The people feeding students in some of the nation's schools say red tape is creating too many hurdles for children who don't always get a healthy meal at home.
Nutrition Director at Mayfield Independent Schools, Leah Fagan, says administrative burdens and differing guidelines for federal programs have left her with mounds of paperwork.
Why are we having to jump through all these hoops when if I'm doing this 5 and lunch, I'm obviously going to do this for snack and supper.
Groups fighting childhood hunger are rallying today at the state capitol in Frankfurt for state policies that would give schools more flexibility to offer meals to kids. Nadia Ramlagan reporting.
The appetite to serve new social studies standards to students in some public schools continues. The State Board of Education and others are playing hot potato over what makes the cut in textbooks. Kelsey Loveseth teaches in Brookings, South Dakota.
Learning about wars that will be difficult to explain to second graders, first graders.
Opponents accuse state leadership of politicizing the process by leaning on out-of-state voices to craft the latest plan. However, defenders say the curriculum focuses on key content for younger kids and reintroduces them to greater detail when older. Voting advocates say a bill banning college campus polling sites is instead an attack on the perceived political power of young people.
Language in the bill by Republican Representative Carrie Isaac does not mention mass shootings. But since it was filed, she stated that public safety is behind the legislation. Alex Burnell with the Move Texas Action Fund says young people ages 18 to 35 are the largest electorate group in the state.
I don't expect that the bill will pass.
In the last 10 years, Texas has closed a total of 750 polling locations, the most of any state. I'm Roz Brown.
Staffing levels may soon be set by law as nursing homes across America struggle to find qualified employees to run at full staff. One example is in Newtown, Connecticut. Those tasked with regulation say nursing aides in one facility had as many as 20 people to care for on one shift. Anadora Ghazi with AARP Connecticut says the proposed law would address longstanding issues exasperated by the pandemic.
Nationwide, nursing homes lost 210,000 workers since March of 2020. So this is a problem both in nursing homes, but across the healthcare sector in general.
The proposed bill would establish sweeping nursing home reform and create strict penalties for violations. This isn't the first go at staffing and care reform. That debate started in 2014. This is Public News Service. Attorneys, state employees, and justice reform advocates will meet virtually this week and expect to receive new information on juvenile detention centers.
In 2021, the Illinois legislature authorized inspections at all 17 county-based detention centers across the state. Louis Klein, executive director of the Illinois Juvenile Justice Initiative, says the summit will, for the first time, evaluate the effectiveness of the state standards for these facilities.
They're incredibly important because there's not a whole lot of oversight on these detention centers. There are standards which they are expected to meet.
John Albright with the Illinois Department of Justice will present the report on the inspections. Participants will also hear from Richard Mendel with the Sentencing Project on his study of youth incarceration, and Lisa Jacobs with the Loyola University School of Law will lead a discussion on the report. I'm Mark Richardson.
Environmental groups want West Coast governors to speak out against the expansion of a gas pipeline in the region. The Canadian company TC Energy wants to increase capacity for its GTN Express pipeline. It stretches more than 1,300 miles from Canada through Washington State, Oregon, and California. Meg Tenon with the group Rogue Climate says a lot of work has been done to ensure state and local governments in the Northwest pass strong climate goals to transition away from fossil fuels.
This increase in fracked gas flowing through the Northwest would fly in the face of all of that work.
Critics say expanding the pipeline would be equivalent to adding more than 750,000 cars to the road every year for the next 3 decades. TC Energy says the project is necessary to meet the growing demand for gas as the region moves away from energy sources like coal. Spring arrives in less than 3 weeks, but a farm in the Northeast is preparing for harvest, not planting season. Gail Livingstone owns Deep Roots Farm in rural Maryland. She tells us the 4 no-till crops growing during winter months rejuvenates her farmland.
We've spent the last 3 years working on revitalizing the soil, building up our organic matter, and improving the soil microbiome. It took a lot of planning to get cover crop rotations in and allowing the cover crop to do a lot of the soil building for us.
For many years, the same farmland grew tobacco. Deep Roots is considered a regenerative farm. Livingston says the approach enriches soil, but is also good for the environment, explaining the method helps trap emissions and slow climate change. Estimates suggest changing farm practices could capture and store up to 250 million metric tons of carbon dioxide annually in the U.S. That's about 4% of the nation's emissions. I'm Joey Graham for Public News Service, member and listener supported. Find our 8 trust indicators to support transparency and accuracy at publicnewsservice.org.
Over 20 different genres of music each week. You're listening to the Music Education Station, Northern Lights Public Radio, KCHW 102.7.
And we're back. It's KCHW 102.7, your morning show with my sister Val and Mr. Brandon Hanson. Thank you very much for being here, you two. All right, we're going to start off today. We have to, and Brandon, your mic is muted, just so you know. We're going to have to start off today, or the second part, with a correction. And this morning we had broadcast that there was a late start in Chewelah because there was late starts all over the place, and we heard a rumor, but that rumor was not true. It looks like school is scheduled to be on time in Chewelah, despite the crazy amount of snow that's coming down right now. So.
Well, that's not your fault, Scott. It's the district needs to communicate better.
Wow. No, it was actually my fault. All right, we missed this one, and it signs that your basketball team has stopped trying. The first one, the student cheering section attends more chess club matches than games.
Hey.
High school recruiting prospects are encouraged to shop elsewhere before visiting. The last time a game was televised, it was on the upper half of the local cable preview channel.
Yeah.
The upper half.
Cheerleaders have to regularly wake the mascot.
Or vice versa.
The coach no longer wears a tie and carries a clipboard. He now wears a comfy bathrobe and carries a coffee mug.
Oh, man.
Brandon, you should be a coach.
This person's been to an Eastern Washington basketball game then, apparently. No, I'm kidding. They're actually pretty good. They're the number 1 seed in the Big Sky tournament this year. So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I know Scott's really excited and following basketball right now.
Oh,
so
yeah. I am totally. Mm-hmm. I'm dribbling. That's how I get ready. Yeah. Okay.
I do remember one time EWU scheduled a women's basketball game. I believe it was during the NFC Championship game when the Seahawks were in it. And this is back when I was in college. I'm going to guess there was like 5 people there. Like it was and all the 5 people there had their laptops open watching the game.
So the parents weren't even watching.
Yeah.
Oh, man. It's tough.
Yeah, it was unfortunate scheduling, I must say.
I saw a joke yesterday online, and it's the gal that was held in Russian prison. What was her name? The basketball player?
Brittany Griner.
Yeah, she got picked up on a year contract with the Mercury. I don't know what they just call them Mercury. I don't know what city they're at, but the commentator then said, which in the women's NBA, she will be making more money, or she'd make more money in a Russian prison. So bad. All right.
That's pretty bad.
Now, if you're logged on to YouTube or Facebook or our website and you're watching the video feed, watch Brandon cringe.
The following program is closed captioned for the thinking impaired.
It's my sister Val against Brandon Hanson. Whoop, whoop.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. I want to have them answered immediately.
Smoke 'em, Val.
My brother's such a sadist. He just likes to watch us just get, creamed or sweat or cry even.
Yes.
Mostly cry.
For your guys' first opportunity to cry and your first trivia question, 7 NFL teams have done this. Only 7. What have they done?
Only 7 here. Won multiple Super Bowls.
You are on the right track. What was even more unique about the Super Bowls they won?
Oh.
I don't know. Their kicker was drunk? I don't know.
Val, you want to steal it for half a point? What?
I'm going to say that the quarterbacks were African American.
No, they won back-to-back Super Bowls. Only 7 NFL teams have won back-to-back Super Bowls. All right, excluding
Seattle could have been one of those teams, except.
But our kicker was drunk.
Our quarterback was drunk. Yeah.
Except excluding kids, let's say. When could a person weigh 9 pounds?
What was that? You broke up. You broke up. I didn't hear that.
Excluding when you were a kid. Okay. When could a person weigh 9 pounds?
Oh, after they're cremated?
Yes, Val. Good job.
Wait, what?
What, Brandon? What?
I didn't even get an answer. A chance to respond.
No, you have to be quick. Okay. All right. Get your hand on your buzzer, Brandon. When your daughter brings home her new boyfriend, who's a brontoologist, what's he do for a living? Brontoologist.
He likes dinosaurs?
No, sir.
Bronto. Goodness, what could that be? Are you sure it's not Bronco and he likes Broncos?
Hold on. I can't hear myself laugh. Oh. No.
Oh.
Brontoologist. What can I give you for a hint?
Bronto. Yeah, give us a hint.
He studies something, and it has nothing to do with the way the word sounds.
Thanks, Scott.
Yeah, that's a great hint, wasn't it?
It's a phenomena.
He studies cloud formations.
I'm going to go ahead and give you that, Val, because he studies thunder.
Oh.
All right.
You know, Scott,
just poor Brandon, hand on his
face. I hope you study thunder.
And lightning?
Not studying your kind of thunder, buddy.
Yeah. Hold on. Whoa. He studies thunder, but does he study lightning?
No, just the thunder.
That's what I'm wondering.
If you study
Are
lightning,
those two different things?
If you study lightning, you're a super brontoologist, okay?
Okay. It feels like you would study thunder and lightning together, not just
one or the other.
Thunder. Yeah, that seems kind of lame.
Mm-hmm. This company's kind of lame, and it's known for its cars, SUVs, and trucks. But its first product was a ball bearing. This is not an American car.
Oh.
Go ahead.
I don't know.
I'm going to go with Mercedes.
No, 5 letters to its name.
Audi.
5 letters to its name.
Audi.
Volkswagen.
Volvo. Val steals it again. Brandon getting smoked.
I still think Audi could be.
Audi could be on the list, yeah. All right. Breakfast bingo. This one's for Val. You get to spell the word bingo, Val. Something you celebrate once a year.
Birthday.
Another word for being sick.
Ill.
A short session of sleep.
Nap.
One of the Brady Bunch kids.
Greg.
A school you send your dog to. Or Brandon.
Obedience.
Yes, good job. Look at how she burned through breakfast bingo. Now your turn, Brandon.
My turn?
Your turn. You're going to spell B-I-N-G-O, just as a little help there, okay?
Right. Okay.
All right. This is breakfast bingo. Coors, Bud Light, Heineken.
Budweiser. Beer.
Thank you. The opposite of output.
Input.
We're keeping it simple. An exercise machine you ski, row, or run on.
Nautilus.
I'll go ahead and take that.
Nordic track.
There you go. There you go. A hit ABC medical drama.
Grey's Anatomy.
And your kids are your what?
Offspring.
There you go. Good job, Brandon Hanson. Look at that. We leave him all on his own, and he actually came through in a clinch. All right. Fun and games. Back to 2 trivia questions. About 200,000 people in the U.S. and 4.1 million people in the world have this in common. And it has to do with what could have happened tomorrow.
What could have happened tomorrow?
Oh. Whoa.
But it's the wrong year.
Oh. Yep. I know.
Say it, Brandon. Say it.
Well, they were born on a leap year. Right?
Yes. There you go.
Oh, good job. Good job.
The average one of these can be drugged for about 35 miles. And it'll leave a line.
A flat tire?
Yeah.
No. It'd be really hard to make a line with this and go 35 miles in your car while holding it to the ground. But it'll last for 35 miles. What am I holding in my hand and hanging out the car door with?
Your tire thing, tire iron.
Nope, something you'd find on a desk.
Oh my gosh. Who comes up with this stuff?
I don't know. Average one of them will last for about 35 miles, though.
Who studied this? You?
Yes.
Your stapler.
Your stapler will last for 35 miles. No, but you're on your desk, obviously, so that's good.
Okay. It was at least on the desk.
It's really skinny. It's maybe 8 to 10 inches long.
Like a pen or pencil?
Your pencil will last for about 35 miles.
Oh, before the lead runs out, huh? And it leaves a line.
I'm
okay.
It's like Brandon jogging.
Studied this.
Yeah.
It's
very interesting.
Same as Brandon jogging.
I'm kind of surprised it lasts that long, though.
Yeah, me too. All right, enough torture for Brandon. Thank you both. I'm going to say Val got maybe 1 or 2 more right, though. Sorry, Brandon.
Well, Scott, you tilt the table against me, so.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
You think he has a bias? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, I'm going to file a complaint.
Okay, here's the number you should call, Brandon.
We're sorry. You've reached an imaginary number. Please rotate your phone 90 degrees and try again.
Always prepared. Yes, luck favors the prepared. All right, Brandon's got to work today. He's got a real job. Well, me and my sister, just loafers. So
that's right.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap up the show the way we always do it.
Slap some bacon on a biscuit and let's go. We're burning daylight.
It's the world of strange. A world gone wacky.
Out here, due process is a bullet.
And some of the scariest people on the planet.
I think you're bluffing. Be afraid. You look mighty pretty when you get mad.
It's your odd news on KCHW.
Just sit back and enjoy the show.
All right, looking at 8:45. I always fire up the odd news with the news attack, where the first sentence is true, second sentence really, really bad joke, and here comes Val.
Research indicates that standing desks may not be as good for your health as previously thought. Whoa. Just a minute. I got to take that kind of news sitting down.
Brandon?
Well, hold on. I'm sitting down. China uses more smartphones than any other country. India is second, and the U.S. is third. America is not number one in smartphones, but hey, we are still number one in fat cells.
Of course we are. All right, Rupert Murdoch, the boss of the media empire that owns Fox News, admitted that several hosts falsely reported that the 2020 election was stolen and continued the lie. Fox will now be required to change the spelling of its names to FAUX.
Faux news. It's been that for a while. While the film Cocaine Bear is doing pretty well in theaters, industry experts think it'll be a bigger hit when it comes to streaming services. With a name like that, Cocaine Bear is popular enough that a sequel is already in the works. It'll be called Meth Gator.
Oh, I saw a picture of Marjorie Taylor Greene, and she was in a big white furry coat, and the caption below it said, Cocaine Bear.
I just can't wait for the next movie, Fentanyl Ferret.
That's horrible.
And then there's Marijuana Marmot.
We're not going to get out of this.
No, let's oh no.
Oh no! We suck again!
Hey, Scott, have you heard about the new movie, Opioid Octopus?
Oh! Ow. I've heard of cracked chicken, though.
Heroin hippo?
Yes. Wow, this could go on all day.
We crack ourselves up anyway.
Oh, wow. All right. Research, Brandon, research.
Yeah. Research shows that we yearn for comfort food because we have fond memories of the people who first served it to us in childhood. Yeah, because I still tear up at the moment I was served cafeteria food. Yeah.
It's not a comfort food. It's more. It reminds me of prison.
Oh.
A study says 64% of married people would not marry their spouses again if they had to do it all over. However, they would keep them around to change light bulbs.
Man.
That's a big number.
Yeah, I got to ask Morgan this.
Do you want to know?
Hey, babe, would you marry me again? Yes. Okay, thank you.
Woo! She had to think about it a moment, though.
Yeah, she really had to think about it for a moment, but she did say yes. So.
Oh.
All right.
Hey, you might need to know this today, especially Brandon here. A researcher says it's okay to eat new fallen snow. At anything more than a few days old should be boxed up and sent back to Amazon.
It's true. All right, last one is yours, Brandon.
Obese children as young as 3 years old show signs of future heart disease. You know your 3-year-old might have a problem if at playtime he builds a toy spaceship out of blocks of butter.
Oops.
Oops. God. It gets really hard when they melt super fast, though.
There was one from yesterday that I just have to do because I think it's really pertinent. It says in a survey, only 1 in 4 adults said they were excited or somewhat excited about next year's Olympics. To get most people interested, I think they should move the Olympic Games to Wakanda.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
That's right. Wakanda forever.
Yes. Sorry.
Where are the Olympics?
I don't know.
Do we not even know?
We're part of the percent that doesn't
care.
really care.
It'd be 2024 Olympics, right?
I think so, yes.
Let's see where these are at, because I have no... Let's see. Oh, it will be in Paris.
Oh, now I'm interested.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oui. All right. On to Wacky But True. Val starts us off again.
A 29-year-old stole a test drive vehicle in a Nashville suburb. Police in Belmead, Tennessee, tracked down the driver who had inquired about the purchase of the car through a private sale by the owner. The man test drove the vehicle and never returned it.
Yeah. That's the way I roll, baby.
Well, I've got news for you. You're mine now. You belong to me.
Oh, goodness.
Or when Brandon shops for cars. All right, so let's stay in a car. How about a drunk driver?
Yes, police in Chaska, Minnesota say an extremely drunk, not just kind of drunk, extremely drunk motorist fell asleep while ordering from an Arby's drive-thru.
Can I interrupt? I'd say that's lucky.
Yes, that is lucky. According to police, officers responded to the Arby's around lunchtime Friday. So this wasn't even late night.
Wow.
It wasn't like your midnight run to Arby's or something. It was lunch.
On the report of an unresponsive driver, later to be found to be a 43-year-old man.
Oh. All right. Real secret nobody knows about this story. He was listening to kids' audiobooks.
Until at last, Pooh fell fast asleep and began to dream.
About Arby's? Oh, like a bad dream. Huh. 33-year-old Michigan man pulled over. We're still in cars. He was going 156 miles per hour in Lansing on Sunday. Man was driving his 2020 Dodge Charger. Whoop, whoop. And was stopped in an area where the speed limit was only 70.
Ooh.
That's fun. Reminds me of that movie.
Russ, listen to your mother. I was speeding. I was driving like a maniac. We can all be grateful to this man for stopping us.
Let's go to Belgium.
Yay.
A 68-year-old man there celebrated his birthday by inviting his friends to his own funeral so he could see what it would be like. His kids and dozens of guests showed up. At least someone showed up.
What if nobody came? Nobody likes you. Don't have any friends. This is actually what his friends had to say, though. Listen close.
Still alive! He's not dead! Well, he's not as dead as we would have hoped.
Oops.
Sort of dead.
Sort of dead. All right, Brandon, more robbery.
Yes, in Italy, a man robbed a post office. He got away with some cash, but try as he might, he just could not get the image of the lovely woman he robbed out of his head. So he did what any lovesick robber would do. He bought a large bunch of flowers and returned to the post office the next day to apologize and ask for a date. She kept talking to him while she set off a silent alarm, alerting police.
Oh, that's so horrible.
Love won't save you, Padme. Only my new powers can do that.
That sounds like Brandon at the Quickie Mart.
Love won't save you, Padme. Only my new powers can do that.
Yeah.
All right. Officers. What?
Anything from the prequels is just gold. Just
right.
keep. We should do a whole show that's nothing but sound effects from the Star Wars prequels.
May the 4th be with you.
Yes.
All right. Officers in Georgia chased a stolen cement truck. By the way, this is our last story. They traced it through multiple counties Monday morning as it poured its contents all over Interstate 20. Your truck is leaking. Although suspect Eric Adam Bodie was ultimately arrested, the wet cement delayed traffic for hours on the highway. And I think we can go live to the scene.
I'll have to put my bare feet in a wet cement. Yay!
What a mess. What a mess.
One more.
I want to know how many cat.
Sorry. You want to have?
I was going to say, cat prints and dog prints were in that too.
Ooh, people all over the highways. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Gerald, what is it? Fish got your tongue?
Oh, all right. One more story. All right.
Oh.
One more story. This one, if I can find it, bear with me, was from yesterday. So this is a bonus story just because I thought it was kind of good. A guy in Japan was taken to hospital with a fishhook in his intestines after eating a hamburger from a convenience store.
Nope.
Yes. He complained of stomach pains after eating the hamburger, which his mother had bought from a nearby store. When he checked the bag in which the hamburger came in, the man found a fishhook in the bag. He decided he better go to the hospital, and sure enough, x-rays found another fishhook in his small intestine.
It wasn't even like a fish witch or anything. It was a hamburger.
Yeah.
What is going on? This
right.
ruined my day, Scott. You ruined my day.
Well, this will make you feel better.
All right, Gerald, what is it? Fish got your tongue?
Fish.
Oh, that's horrible.
All right. Well, we're reeling this show in.
Bump.
Tomorrow, right here, we're going to be talking with Tim Nielsen about our first Thursday art walk on the streets of Chihuahua, which was likely to be a little snowy, so it'll be pretty. Join us tomorrow, 7 a.m., me and Mike Bance, right here on KCHW 102.7. We are Northern Lights Public Radio. Big thank you to my sister Val and Brandon Hanson. It's good to have you back, Brandon. Other than that, we want you to have Thank you. We love to have you. Keep on listening and enjoying the music today. KCHW 102.7.
Meanwhile, back at Snidely's not-so-secret hideout.
Where did you get that dress? It's awful, and those shoes and that coat. Jeez.
Well, it's not as dead as we would have hoped.
Oh, what the hell? She says I just can't win for losing.